Back on the Pete the Planner Show, your money questions answered. This segment, we are tackling a word that a lot of people don't know, and to help us understand this, or for us to explain this to, we welcome to the show our good friend, intern Aaliyah. Hello, intern Aaliyah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh?
She hesitated so much.
I mean, let's be honest. Over the last 40 years of my life, when I'm with someone and I say, "How are you doing?" I actually get that reaction a lot. Like,
Well, I just know you're about to give me a financial lesson, so.
It's not that bad. I mean, you worked here a few weeks. Like, it's not bad.
You don't have a mortgage.
True.
Oh, thank you, Nicole.
Oh.
Let's introduce the segment. Nicole, what are we talking about?
You introduced it a couple. Or you?
Did I?
Yeah, you let it slip.
We're talking about mortgages. So, Aaliyah, we talked about this in a meeting the other day, but just, act like you don't know. Or maybe you don't. Like, what's a mortgage?
That's like how you pay off your house.
It's how you pay off your house. That's actually the exact phrase you used in the meeting the other day.
Yeah, because that's all I know.
Okay, so what's strange about that is I have to admit, until I was a homeowner, which was age 22, I'm not too sure I knew exactly what a mortgage was. It's a term you hear your parents say a lot and you hear in the media, but you don't really know. But it is just a loan. It's a fancy word for loan, but only in home ownership. So here's the dictionary definition for y'all playing at home. It's a special form of secured loan where the purpose of the loan must be specified to the lender to purchase assets that must be fixed property, not movable like a mobile home, such as a house or a piece of farmland. Now, Aaliyah, to take this even further and to just blow your mind to levels which have never been blown, do you know the difference between a secured loan and an unsecured loan?
Actually, I really don't.
All right, Nicole, we're going to go to you.
No.
Okay, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we're talking about this.
You got so excited there.
I know, I get really excited. I'm sweaty, though. I'm
It's
very
okay.
sweaty. Here's the thing, guys. A lot of people hear these terms and they don't know what they mean, and then they just continue to not know what they mean to
Yeah.
their own disservice.
Well, because everyone just thinks that we know everything because we got
Yeah.
the Google.
Right? And you can
Right.
even learn some things on Bing. Not much, though.
Not much. Maybe ask Jeeves.
Aaliyah, do you ever Bing anything?
I actually Bing a lot, like, cause a lot.
What?
Yeah, I love Google. I love Google, but like sometimes like Bing like finds me what I'm looking for like much faster. Like if I'm looking for like, I don't know, like a certain song. Like if I look up like lyrics of a song.
I'm
on
going to
Bing.
Bing. I've never Binged Pete the Planner.
Oh, we should do. Oh, you're doing it right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Binged Pete the Planner. Amazon is the first ad on Bing.
Do you have a book off Amazon?
Do I have a book on Amazon? Yes. And then PeteThePlanner.com. And then a recent tweet I put out of a man
See?
dancing. Who knows? Okay, anyway. A secured loan is generally secured by an asset. So, like, when you have a mortgage, it is secured by the physical home itself. Like, if you default on the loan, they're okay, the bank, your lender, because what do? They take your home.
They take it.
Right? So an unsecured loan is a loan that is not secured with what is called collateral. You've heard the term
Okay.
collateral.
Yeah.
It means what is securing the loan. If there is a no collateral, then it is an unsecured loan. So if a mortgage was an unsecured loan, which it's not, but if it was, and you defaulted on it, you'd stay in your house because it's not collateral to the loan, but it wouldn't be a mortgage. It doesn't make any sense. Like a student
Right.
loan, okay, tricky question here. Aaliyah, this first one goes to you. Is a student loan a secured or unsecured loan?
I would say that it's unsecured because it can't take away your education that you already got.
You know, I believe that is correct. I'm actually Googling it because Bing does a
Googling
student
it?
loan secured or unsecured. I feel like the answer is secured, but it would seem like your answer is better. But for some reason, a car loan and a mortgage are the most common defaults of secured loans. An unsecured loan is not protected by any collateral. The most common types of unsecured loans are credit cards, student loans, or personal loans. So I knew that, but for some reason I thought they were going to say, I don't know. I don't know why I hesitated on that one. That seems pretty obvious, doesn't it, everybody? I think so.
Yeah, it's the same.
We both got distracted as we heard it start to rain outside.
Yeah.
Oh, is that rain?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
rain.
No, I thought someone was yawning.
I'm so glad I brought my raincoat today.
Is that where your head is right now?
Yeah,
on that?
I was like, oh my god, thank God I brought it.
I was just thinking that too. I was like, as we're sitting here doing a show, I was like, God, I wonder if Aaliyah has a raincoat now that I know it's raining.
And I 100% do.
Do you guys want to know? I mean, everyone sort of laughs about this. What mortgage means and its etymological roots. Do you want to hear that? Do you care?
Yeah.
It's from Anglo-Norman, also Middle French, from Old French, and it literally translates to death pledge.
Oh my god.
Mortgage.
Oh.
Mort means death.
Yeah.
Pledge
Yeah.
means gidge. Yeah, think
So
about
you're
that.
like paying off your house until you die.
Yeah, so a mortgage, oftentimes, I guess we should get to the meat of this thing. The most common form of a mortgage now is a 30-year mortgage. So, Aaliyah, that is to say, if you were to go buy a house upon graduation at some point in time, it is likely that the bank or the lender or the mortgage broker will say, yeah, we'll help you buy a house. We will loan you the money. The loan is called a mortgage, and you have to pay us back over a 30-year period. Here is your amortization table, which tells you what you must pay us and how much of that payment goes to pay us back and how much of that payment goes to pay us interest for your right to borrow the money. Does that make sense?
It does.
Did it stop making sense at any point?
Well, like can you like change it? Like if you start later in life, like making more money and you're like, I could pay off my house faster. Could you change that?
Okay, now that's a good question. Nicole, is that not a great question?
That is a good question.
Yay.
Number one, of course, yes. You can always pay it off a loan faster than the amortization table,
Okay.
right? Or you can get a shorter loan, or you could refinance to a shorter loan. So, right, 30 years typical. I happen to like, because I'm a nerd, so I happen to have favorites. I like a 15-year mortgage. Like that's what Mrs. Planner and I have on our home is a 15-year mortgage, which we're a few years in. So I think I got like 11 years left or something like that. Because then it'll be done out of my way, and then I can just focus on other things in my life, and it is paid off, and it is done. But what a lot of people do is they don't view a home as an asset that they can own outright. They just view a mortgage as a payment, as like it was a rent payment. Like you're just trying to afford the payment
Yeah.
and not own the asset. And that's where people get in trouble.
I have another question.
Please do. You have 20 seconds.
Okay, so like, are you allowed to move in between, like before you pay off your mortgage? Like, can you do that?
Absolutely. So what happens is the people who buy your house ideally are paying you more than what your mortgage is worth. And then at closing with the sale of the home, the big check that the people buy, usually coming in the form of a mortgage from another bank, goes to pay back your mortgage, and you get to keep the rest, which are called the proceeds.